Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 992 and today we are back with another brand new video. Today's video we are here with a cheeky little Rangers roundup, and it's been a wee while since we sat here and we spoke about Rangers things and rounded them up, hence the name, ladies and gentlemen. But today's video is a bit of a mixed bag because if you've been watching the channel over the last week or so during this painfully long international break, I still didn't understand how it's international break, but I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, right? We've been doing a wee bit longer term videos, we've been giving you a wee bit more information, we've been rounding up player seasons so far, we've been putting out longer form content to try and give you a wee bit of distraction and give you more Rangers things to talk about during this painful international break. But today's video is a bit of a mixed bag because we have a nice thing to talk about, but also a thing we all knew that was coming, and one that's obviously no great news. And the latter there is where we're actually going to start off today's video. We're going to start off low and we're going to finish up on high, or that's the plan anyway. Let's see how it goes. But before we dive into today's video, as it has been about a week since the last cheeky plug, you know what we need today now, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoy the channel, please consider helping the channel out by hitting that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you a penny, it takes 2 seconds, and it helps us go ahead and try to reach the channel dream. Now, we've still got over 50% of our regular audience that tunes into every single video not hitting that subscribe button, so if we can challenge that, we can get that number down, that 55k dream may just become a reality. But YouTube things and all that to one side, let's get on with the video then, shall we? Because we are of course here to break down, react and discuss to the 5 Rangers players that's now been suspended for a total of 6 games for breaking club/league/SPFL/COVID protocols with their gathering that was a few weeks ago. But honestly, I don't know about you, it feels like a lifetime ago now. And again, I don't know if you agree with me in that, but one of the reasons I think why it feels like a lifetime ago is because so much has happened since that incident. And you're talking about stories, you're talking about redemption. We've seen the redemption in Nathan Patterson. We've seen that laddie take some flack. We've seen that laddie drop out of the squad when Tavernier got injured. That should have been the moment for Tavernier to go in there, but big Leon Balogun ended up being put in that position, which, no disrespect to that laddie, I think we all knew though when Tavernier went down, that should have been Patterson's time to shine at that right back spot. But obviously he fell away originally after the incident. He kind of came right out the team completely. Balogun played there, but then Balogun picked up a knock at half-time in a European tie. A young Nathan Patterson came on that park, and within 16 seconds, the same number that's on that kid's back, he had his moment, he had his redemption, and he scored a fantastic goal, and he went out there and played his heart and soul out for the football club. And that right there was a fantastic storybook moment where you saw what it meant to him, you saw what it meant to the players, and you saw what it meant to the gaffer at the end of the game as well, all rallying around the lad and being like, we've got your back because we know you're going to come out here and bust your ass and try to make sure that never ever happens again, and you make it up to every single person associated with a football club. And if we look beyond that ridiculous Quentin Tarantino Hollywood style moment for that goal, his performances after that has been brilliant as well. Again, no always 9 out of 10, you're talking about in the Slavia Prague European games, but still he was in there, he was gone about, and he made himself proud, and he made us proud being a young laddie playing right back for Rangers, getting to watch him develop under the eye and under that incredible scrutiny that we're obviously going to be having because of that incident. He's grew up in front of our eyes, and we saw that, and that was great to see. And to a lesser extent, you had guys like Zungu also getting a wee bit of game time after the incident as well, which did make the entire thing feel a little bit different, because we know what happened with the previous incident, because embarrassingly enough for us this season, we've had 2 silly mistakes, less than 2 silly incidents that was daft and selfish and stupid and should never have happened, and that's the only negative that we've had all season, which has been a phenomenal season for us as a football club and as a fan base. But obviously we had another similar incident that happened about 5-6 weeks before the COVID-5 went ahead and done that, where George Edmondson and Jordan Jones also went ahead and broke the old protocols that was put in place, and we saw what happened to them. There was no redemption for them, there was no wee minutes here coming on at the end of the game here to try and work your way back. The second they were able to leave the football club via the transfer window opening, they did, by loan to Derby and Sunderland, respectfully. And I just think all that right there played its part in making us feel just a little bit different and kind of putting it further and further in the old back of your brains, because we weren't as sharp, we weren't as swift, and we certainly weren't as decisive this time with the players involved than we were the last time after there was a breach in protocols. But we all knew the day was going to come, and despite how well Patterson and Zungu and everything like that was playing when they did get on the actual park, I think we knew the suspension was coming. And I think if we're being honest as me and the suspension had to come, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I absolutely love Patterson, and I think he's going to be a fantastic player for the Glasgow Rangers. But also, what they went ahead and done was stupid and selfish and daft. And again, they are young boys. Well, the majority of them are young boys. We're all going to make mistakes. Hell, I've made plenty, ladies and gentlemen. But again, with the potential outcomes that could have happened from going ahead and doing that with, like, if they weren't caught, would they have came back into the training, that could have done this and that. The potential outcomes could have been absolutely devastating for our football team. So I think we all knew the suspension was coming, and again, I agree that the suspension had to happen. And as we mentioned earlier on in today's video, it is a total of 6-game suspension. However, that doesn't mean that the season is over for the 5 players involved, which is of course Nathan Patterson, Zungu, Calvin Bassey, Brian Kinnear and young Dapo, who, by the way, is doing very well out on loan. Got his first professional goal not too long ago and he backed that up, and he's been putting in some real performances and hard work since the incident as well. So that's not to be overlooked, because we've obviously seen Patterson come in and respond, but Dapo's went ahead and done that and got his head down and started doing things out on loan as well, showing what the player he can be. So didn't overlook that lad, his hard work and earning the right to once again say that he's a Rangers player. But it doesn't necessarily mean that their season is completely over, that you would probably expect round about this time, right? If you're suspended for 6 games, barring maybe a couple of cup games, that's pretty much it, done and dusted. Well, that is not the case, ladies and gentlemen, because it is a total of 6-game suspension. However, it is only 4 matches immediately that's suspended, and the 2 other games, suspension has been suspended. Think about that one. Well, we're all trying to digest and think about what I just said there, because I'm honest with you, I'm pretty sure I just confused myself. What it basically means is Zungu and Patterson and Bassey will only miss the next 4 matches for Rangers, which as it stands right now is obviously the first game versus Cove Rangers on the 3rd of April. Hibs at home on the 11th of April, and as long as we do our job and we obviously see off Cove Rangers, that means on the 18th of April they will miss the next again cup game, followed by the last game that they will miss will be in later on in April, which is of course the away game versus St Johnstone. That is all the players will be missing. That definitely helps out with the Tav situation that we currently have right now, even though I think he will be back long before the 4-game suspension is actually up. It's always better to have another right back and not need one than need one and no have one, if that makes sense, which is the current circumstance we find themselves right now, with Tavernier not fit and obviously Patterson now suspended for the 4 games. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that's kind of it for the old topic number 1. That's us broken down the 5 players that's been suspended. That's us reacted to the news that they will be available to play once again after the 21st of April in that away game versus St Johnstone. That'll be the last suspended game for the old Rangers boys. And for me, again, my honest opinions on that is it's actually not too bad, because I thought we wouldn't see them again, because we saw what happened with George Edmondson, we saw what happened with Jordan Jones, 7-game suspension. So I'm just going to pass this over to you, because I would love to know what your thoughts and opinions are on this whole topic. Now that you've heard the news, now you know when the players will be back, the games they'll be missing. What is your thoughts and opinions? Make sure to dive in there and tell me in the comment section below. And while you guys are hopefully getting your thoughts and opinions out there, I will transition into topic number 2 in today's video, and it's going to be extremely short, ladies and gentlemen, but I promised you there would be a happy topic, a happy subject to break down and discuss in today's video, and you might be able to tell as the smile's just getting wider and wider. We are here to talk about the old player of the month, which is of course none other than Alfredo frickin' Morelos. Which, I'll be honest with you, I just genuinely couldn't be happier for a laddie, because him especially has just been enjoying the celebrations, because he's been vilified and chased and just honestly been attacked by the media every single opportunity since he's walked in the door of Ibrox, and to have him being the player of the month during the month that Rangers left the title and won the title, I should say that right there, is absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. Now, did I know I was going to do a Charlie and the Chocolate Factory reference there when I started that sentence? No. Am I embarrassed by it? A little bit. Am I changing it? No. But aye, ladies and gentlemen, that's us reached the end of today's video. The last image I want to show you guys right there is Alfredo Morelos living and breathing that 55 patter, and that there will keep me warm for another couple of days during this painful, sad international break. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That has been the Rangers Roundup. That has been me, Sieging over 92. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video enough to be sharing your opinions below and hitting that like button, because that helps it comes up in people's recommendations and suggestions and everything like that. So that would be greatly appreciated. But until the next video, ladies and gentlemen, take care of yourselves, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. All the best and bye-bye.